That's why they call this throwing clay. You throw it on the wheel head to make it stick so it doesn't fly off and hit somebody in the knee or something. And then this step is called centering the clay. I keep my elbows on my legs and I bridge with my thumbs or my fingertips to make a very steady platform with my hands so that I can control where the clay goes very easily. It's more about finesse than it is brute strength. This is about a 3-pound blob of clay. This is recycled clay, meaning we've already used it one time, and this is made up from scraps or something. We put it through a pug mill so it's usable again. What I'm doing now is opening up the clay. I push down with my fingertip and then pull across to make the bottom, and then push that fingertip against the palm of my hand to make the clay rise. That kind of gets the wall started. Use a lot of water. That's kind of like the lubricant for like oil in a car. Now I'm going to push out with this fingertip against the outside fingertip, make a bulge in the clay, and lift up on the bulge as it spins around. And that's what raises the wall. And I use hand measurements a lot. I'm going for that wrinkle. So it's a little short, but that's okay. It's not quite as big around as I like it yet. So I'm going to push out some more with my inside fingertip. Pull up a little bit more. I'm not squeezing as hard this time. I'm going more for control. I want the height and the width, and that's pretty darn close. So now I'm going to finish shaping it, and I do that with my potter's rib. This happens to be a very hard piece of wood. I'm not sure what kind. And the original potter's rib, thousands of years ago, might have been some old guy's rib for all I know, but that's what they call this shaping tool, is a potter's rib. I kind of press inside with my fingertip against the rib on the outside. That gives me better control. And I use my rib to dry off and shape the outside. And then this is my style of utensil jar, good for spatulas and spoons and forks and whatever else you might need next to the stove. I've been making this shape of utensil jar for about 25 years now. We've been making pots for 35. Finalize the shape there. I'm going to undercut the bottom down here a little bit. Clean up my bat. Use my sponge to dry it off some more. I'm going to dry out the inside first. If I leave any of that water down inside, it might crack the bottom of the piece as it dries, or maybe in the final firing. We fire everything twice. We bisque fire after they become leather or bone dry. We bisque fire it in a kiln that fires up to 1650 degrees Fahrenheit. When it comes out, it's very porous, it's very white, but it's much more durable than the dry clay. And that way we can handle it without fear of breaking it. We'll dip or pour the glaze. What I'm doing now is I'm taking a wire on 2 sticks, pulling it tight, pulling it underneath, and that'll kind of let it pop loose tomorrow. And I'll round off the sharp edge that's going to be down here. And then this utensil jar will be ready for just drying out. And we put it over here on the wire rack for it to stiffen up overnight so I can pop it off the bat tomorrow. And that's our utensil jar.